It was a Christmas Eve, but we knew was going to close.
Edwina Stephens says it was a tearful day. The retired nurse takes us back to 1971 when Florida A&M University Hospital, the only facility during segregation that treated blacks within 150 miles of Tallahassee, was forced to shut its doors.
We had already transferred patients, and just to, kind of go through records and walk through empty rooms and pack up stuff. It was just really a traumatic situation.
In 1950, the new $2 million regional hospital opened, run by trailblazers like Virginia Hillier, who established FAMU's nursing program in 1911, and Dr. Leonard H.B. Foote, the hospital's first medical director.
So, you're late for your appointment, are you?
Dr. Alexander Brickler worked under Dr. Foote, doing what he's been doing now for over 50 years, delivering babies.
The only reason the hospital existed was the fact that FAMU had a nursing school, and they built the hospital so that the nursing school could have a teaching clinic.
When the 105-bed facility opened, the Tallahassee Democrat reported it was the most modern hospital for black patients and student nurses in this part of the state.
Now, we had the same kind of equipment that Tallahassee Memorial Hospital had. We had x-ray department, laboratory, and we had, the new things in the delivery room, incubators, and we had deliveries of tiny babies, less than 2 pounds, that we saved.
The hospital served as a crown jewel in the black community.
FAMU Hospital was a very, very major resource to this community. And being on FAMU's campus, it was a major resource to the university.
But civil rights activists wanted more. In the 1960s, police jailed FAMU students who led bus boycotts and lunch counter sit-ins, demanding equal access and an end to discrimination. Their persistence paid off. Backed by Brown versus Board of Education and the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the federal government mandated desegregation. But ironically, integration would begin the demise of many black service institutions, including the FAMU Hospital.
Why did these hospitals close? Because they lost their patients. Why did they lose their patients? Because those patients had access to other facilities.
Nathaniel Wesley was a 20-year-old accounting major at FAMU when he landed a job at the hospital, delivering meals to patients in their rooms. He says following integration, all white hospitals like Tallahassee Memorial were eventually forced under federal law to accept black patients or risk losing funding. Historians say that's exactly what happened to the all-black FAMU hospital. Florida legislatures interpreted the law to also mean no white patients, no government dollars.
When we began losing our funding, of course, the hospital really began to decay, and it was obvious that we had to go to the other hospital, which was the way things should have gone.
And there were several groups in the community fought really, really hard. The churches came together, and the theme was Save the Hospital.
Wesley, who has researched the demise of black hospitals in America, says their absence had a reverberating effect.
Entrepreneur opportunities. You can go to some Mississippi, some Alabama, and find out that many young black businessmen and women got their first contracts. Legal, accounting, taking care of the lawn, catering services, engineering services, technical things, because they could go to that hospital and get that service. It's gone.
Today, the former hospital serves as FAMU's administrative building, aptly named Foote Hillier. Administrators are hoping to stay relevant and competitive in healthcare. FAMU is taking on 21st century challenges, including trying to establish a dental school to produce more black medical professionals.
We can't compare to the struggle back then to keep the hospital open, but the purpose, the reason for keeping the hospital open is comparable to many of the initiatives we have in place today.